To succeed in O-level narrative writing, you must use specific techniques to transport the reader into your past. This involves building a sensory experience through deliberate structural choices. Look at this split-screen comparison. On the left, we have a basic statement, I walked to the village. Now on the right, look at how sensory details change the image. The aroma of roasted maize filled the air as I raced along the pristine village path. The second sentence provides a specific time, place, and atmosphere. To produce this consistently, we use the narrative arc, breaking a story into 3 nodes: the hook, the action, and the reflection. The hook establishes who, where, when. The action forms a chain of events. The reflection explains why the memory matters today. Organizing your thoughts through this arc prevents your story from becoming a scattered list of events. It provides a framework that makes your memory feel organized and impactful to an examiner. Let's apply this by upgrading a typical baseline sentence. Imagine you start with a simple prompt, I remember playing football in the village. We can improve the sequence by adding clear transition words and sensory details. Now it reads, first, we gathered on the dusty red earth pitch. Subsequently, the smell of roasted maize signaled the end of the match. We have established a chronological order and distinct texture. To reach an O-level standard, we must use specific language techniques that guide the reader's imagination. This table breaks down 3 essential tools. First, personification. By giving human qualities to objects, like writing, the old wooden house sighed as the wind blew, you give the setting a distinct personality. Second, the simile. Comparing 2 things using like or as builds immediate visual clarity. Describing the sky as orange like a ripe mango gives the reader a precise, familiar color to picture. Third, strong verbs. Replacing weak default verbs drives narrative momentum. Instead of saying, we ran, we can write, our feet thumped, which forces the reader to hear the movement. These techniques are structural tools. They provide the precision necessary to elevate the maturity of your writing. Even with strong vocabulary, many students lose marks due to jarring shifts between different past tenses. This timeline shows how tenses interact. The long continuous line represents the past continuous tense, which we use for ongoing background actions, such as I was walking to school. The past simple tense acts as an interruption. It represents a finished action that breaks into the background event, when it started to rain. Correct usage keeps your timeline clear. Now, pause the video. Look at the prompt. I played with my friends in the park when I was young. Rewrite this using a strong verb, correct tense mixing, and at least 1 word from the vocabulary table. Independently applying these tense rules and vocabulary choices is an effective way to internalize professional narrative mechanics before your exam. Here is a paragraph demonstrating these techniques in unison. Setting, sensory details, and emotional tone create a complete scene. The blue text is our hook, the orange highlights sensory imagery and similes, and the green marks the reflection. Use this checklist for your next draft. 1. Map the story using the narrative arc. 2. Apply descriptive techniques. 3. Apply the rules of tense usage to keep the timeline logical. For more O-level English resources and narrative exercises, visit the Yaka Digital Network website. Mastering these structural tools allows you to move beyond the mere recalling of facts. It enables you to engineer a structured, emotional story that meets O-level standards.